The Drybone man. The Drybone man. No flesh, no blood, no life in the Drybone man. He's skin and bone and dust and graveyard sand. The Drybone man. The Drybone man. Come like an ill wind blowing, bad luck sowing the seed. Always shifting shadow to shadow, looking for souls to feed on. The Drybone man. The Drybone man. Bone fire and fairy lights won't light the dark around him. The Drybone man. Come like an ill wind blowing, bad luck sowing the seed. Always shifting shadow to shadow, looking for souls to feed on. And bone fire and fairy lights won't light the dark around him. London's calling, late night calling, calling to the underworld. And London's calling, late night calling, calling to the underworld. Bully fans and sirens bawling, while Drybone trolls the shadows. Yes, Drybone trolls the shadows. And tower block of blind eyes stands quiet in the silent night, though some sing Noel in darkened rooms, denying the gloom with colored lights. And the tower block of blind eyes stands quiet in the silent night, though some sing Noel in darkened rooms, denying the gloom with colored lights. With colored lights, denying the gloom with colored lights. The Drybone man. London's calling, late night calling, and the tower block of blind eyes stands quiet in the silent night, while Drybone trolls the shadows. While Drybone trolls the shadows, looking for souls to feed on. Bad luck sowing the seed. No flesh, no blood, no life in the Drybone man. Skin and bone and dust and graveyard sand. Come like an ill wind blowing, bad luck sowing the seed. Always shifting shadow to shadow, looking for souls to feed on. The Drybone man, the Drybone man. And the tower block of blind eyes stands quiet in the silent night, while Drybone trolls the shadows. Yes, Drybone trolls the shadows. Drybone man. Under the damn stairwell,
on the track.
And under the steps, take 2 steps under the damn stairwell, where the shadows stir and the silence lurks, won't hear no jingle bell. And a man's in there, just standing there, tall man in a big long coat, with a leather bag and a leather face like a dried up shadow ghost. Like a dried up shadow ghost. Under the steps, take 2 steps under the damn stairwell, where the shadows stir and the silence lurks, won't hear no jingle bell. And a man's in there just standing there, tall man in a big long coat, with a leather bag and a leather face like a dried up shadow ghost. And man can see and man can hear, but man's no longer man. Man's a Drybone man now, but man don't understand. No, man don't understand. And all man hears is wheezing breath, squeezing chest. His lungs as dry as sand. And all man hears is wheezing breath. His lungs as dry as sand. And the man's in there just standing there, tall man in a big long coat, with a leather bag and a leather face like a dried up shadow ghost. Ho, ho, ho. And the man's in there with a leather sack and a leather face like a dried up ghost. And man can see and man can hear, but man's no longer man. And man can see and man can hear, but man's no longer man. Man's a Drybone man now, but man don't understand. And man can see and man can hear, but man don't understand. Man's a Drybone man now. Man's no longer man. And all man hears is wheezing breath, squeezing chest. His lungs as dry as sand. The lift. Lift door open on ground floor, and somebody there in the lift. A tall dark man just standing, wearing a long, long jacket, and in his hand a big leather sack that looked like it was holding. It looked like it was holding. Didn't hesitate, stepped in quick, thrill of hope rejoicing. Seasonal luck returning. Didn't hesitate, stepped in quick and pressed button 6, intending, just intending. Lift door open on ground floor, and somebody there in the lift. A tall black man just standing, wearing a long jacket, and in his hand a big leather sack that looked like it was holding. Yes, it looked like it was holding. So I didn't hesitate, I stepped in quick, thrill of hope rejoicing, seasonal luck returning, and pressed button 6, intending. I was intending. The lift door shut, the elevator jumped. 2 of us in that metal box, and the lift went up. Past floor 1, grabbed the sack, but the shadows knew. I punched man as we passed floor 2. And the lift went up 3 and 4, and the bag in my hand felt hot and loose as I kicked the man with my heavy boots. And the lift went up, and the shadows flapped like pigeon wings, and the smell of rot was stinking. The smell of rot was stinking, and I heard a sound like howling. It sounded just like howling. Not angel song, not heralding, howling. And darkness filled the metal box. And darkness filled the metal box. And at floor 6, the lift stopped. Oh! The lift door shut, the elevator jumped. 2 of us in that metal box, and the lift went up, up, up. Past floor 1, no stop. Grabbed the sack, but the shadows knew. Punch the man as we passed floor 2, and the lift went up, up, up. 3 and 4, no stop. And the bag in my hand felt hot and loose. And the lift went up. and the shadows flap like pigeon wings, and the lift went up, and I heard a sound like howling, and the lift went up, and darkness filled in metal box, and at floor 6 the lift stopped. Memories. Memories of times gone, past thoughts long done. No going back, no U-turn. What's done won't be undone. And the cold wind blows sharp frosting. No chestnuts, no roasting. Up the steps of the tower block come 3 young kings just boasting. 3 young lads out coasting, fa-la-la and toasting. And all is calm and all is right. They're sneaking on late up 6 flights, stroking up their warm soft beds, as their footsteps drag on concrete steps, as they step up to the cool stairwell, where Drybone man is standing still, like a rotting spirit from hell. And the cold wind blows Jack frosting. No chestnuts, no roasting. Up the steps of the tower block come 3 young kings boasting. 3 young lads are coasting, fa-la-la and toasting, fa-la-la and toasting. They're toasting. And all is calm and all is right. Just sneaking home late up 6 flights, talking up their soft warm beds, as their footsteps drag on concrete steps, as they step up to the cold stairwell where Drybone man is standing still. Where Drybone man is standing still. And tall boy comes to a stop, points to the man in the shadows. Don't want to get too near, but what's man doing in there, bruv? Daring to check, daring to see, small boy steps in cautiously. They're egging him on but pulling him back. He gives them a wink and steps to the man. He steps to the man. Small boy steps in cautiously, daring to check, daring to see. He gives them a wink and steps to the man. He gives them a wink and steps to the man. Where Drybone man is standing still like a rotting spirit from hell. He gives them a wink and steps to the man, daring to check, daring to see. What's man doing in there, bro? He gives them a wink and steps to the man. Menacing shadows, and small boy in the shadows. And that's when the nights are churning, black holes stretching and curling, rising like a menacing shadow, give rap on the darkest gallows. And Drybone man grips him, and Drybone man gives him the sack of bones he's carrying, a bag of bones he's carrying. Before you can blink, before you can think, before you can blink, before you can think, dry skin bag is on his wrist. And before you can blink, before you can think, dry skin straps around his waist. And he turns to his friends, he turns to his mates, but the 2 of them are backing away. All you can see is shrinking face, as they point and gasp and back away. Before you can blink, before you can think, dry skin bag is on his wrist. And before you can blink, before you can think, dry skin straps around his waist. They're backing away, and something new's crawling, his back clawing. Yes, something moves crawling up his back, gloring, and he wants to escape. It was just a mistake, but his mates keep backing away, keep backing away. They want to help but don't want to stay, 'cause above his head there's a leather face. 'Cause above his head there's a leather face with hollow eyes and a dead gaze, and cracking bone hands and cracking bone spine. Climb on, small boy, like dried up vines, like dried up vines, like dried up vines. And the two lads turn, the two lads run, wanna get home before the night is done. But the last thing they see as I turn and flee is small boy reaching helplessly. Is small boy reaching helplessly, helplessly, helplessly. Is small boy reaching helplessly, just reaching out helplessly from the swarming sea of shadows. From the swarming sea of shadows. And the shadows know, oh the shadows know.